Hi, this is Ripra testimonials video by William Jafar. Okay, how have you applied the concept of sustainable entrepreneurship? I believe it's a beautiful but complex concept, so I think I apply it with first I make myself and my company sustain, and then sustain the relationship with your company and your stakeholder, meaning your employee, your clients, your vendor, etc., and then give long-term value sustainably to the society. So right now I'm focusing on the first phase, which is make myself and my company sustainable. And the way I do it is to pick a stable industry with existing business model to learn on how to do it. Focus on cash flow first and make myself comfortable with the entrepreneurial journey. What are some of your biggest learning throughout the year? Okay, last year number wise I'm not doing very well. So I can say that my biggest learning is the discovery of my true self. I was a typical amateur entrepreneur when I started, so I want to make money while making an impact. But what is an impact and who am I to deliver the impact? I don't know. So the whole year, Ripra helps me discover my ego and the challenges to my current ego and how should I maneuver with my current state. Throughout the year, I wrote like 50 plus pages of my traits and my past childhood, and Ripra helps me uncover my bias to help me improve myself. So kind of say like they help you accelerate your personal developments 10 years and compress it into 1 year. So it's very valuable. How may it have impact your approach to your business? So I think one of the most important thing is they give me perspective of my strength and weakness is sometimes a neutral state. So for example, I have ego of independence. I want to solve everything on my own. I want to do everything on my own because I don't want to rely on others. So sometimes I view it as a strength for me, but other times I view it as a weakness. It obviously depends on the results and the situation, but I realized that this independent ego should be a neutral trait, meaning that I can shape it to help me. So the way I shape it is I can solve a lot of problems, but Ripra helps me discover that I need to have awareness that I have to understand the problem and give possibility that others can solve it better. And I also don't feel underconfidence just because I have limitation. So that's the biggest one. The fourth one is, what problems would you like to solve for the next generation? Okay, so my life mission is to foster tenderness with supportive and compassionate relationship, because I have a hard time adapting when I was a child. I think the world now rewards individualism and punish emotional intelligence and vulnerability. You cannot be vulnerable in front of others, which preventing a tender society. So I want to solve issue around that, and I think the most tangible one is social isolation. So the world is becoming more isolated, and I want to solve that. Thank you.